So when my wife and I moved here to Memphis, we weren't sure what to expect. We're both from the West Coast, and there are a lot of things that were new here. People actually talk to you here. It's great. I've gone to the Memphis Open that was here last year. I went to the Memphis Opera. That was fun. There's a lot of sporting events here as well, which I love. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Redbirds. I'm also an outdoorsy person, and I wasn't sure how much there would be to do here, but we've been able to go on bike rides, and there's mountain biking trails and some casual biking paths. There are places to run and jog. Shelby Farms is a great place. We take our dog out there all the time and take her on a run at the dog park there. And there's just a lot of opportunities to be outside, explore the outdoors. The biggest thing for me with Memphis is that it's a city that is always trying to be better. They're always working to be the best place that they can be, and there's a lot of festivals and events and things that are happening that show that. And we've tried to take advantage of those as best we can, and we can't make it out to everything. You're a student, you're gonna have a busy schedule. My dad is an optometrist. He's an SCO graduate. His father was also an SCO graduate, and his dad as well. So it's kind of a long line of optometrists in my family, and it actually wasn't until much later in my life that I decided on optometry. I went on a humanitarian trip with my dad and a couple of my siblings to Guatemala when I was about 15. And he gave eye exams to the people down there, and I was able to help bring them the prescription eyeglasses that were donated that we took down with us. And it was a really good experience for me, because it was kind of the first time in my life that I realized how special this was. People that hadn't been able to see for almost their entire lives were given sight. That I realized how huge this profession was, how important it was to people. Eventually I just talked to my dad and said, look, this is a real possibility. But I started shadowing him and working in his office a bit and trying to get an idea of what the profession was, and I just loved it, fell in love with it right away. I feel like shadowing is very important for people who are looking at optometry. It helps expose you to the profession in general, but also to the little things that you don't hear about every day. Especially if you're shadowing with a doctor long term, you get to see patients that come back and come for follow-ups and see the success that they have with either a prescription change or a medication that they're taking, things like that. I feel like that's a huge part of preparing for optometry school is being exposed to all the different careers and fields in optometry, and really knowing what you're getting into. There are so many people here at SCO that come from a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different interests, and that's what makes SCO, because there's a lot of different people here, and they all want to be optometrists, but we also have dancers, we have people that speak Russian and that are literature majors, and I think just put your efforts into one or two things, and it'll make you a very successful candidate.